Welcome to Aisha Motivate. How are you all doing? So, I thought of something so important and I wanted to share it with you. Protecting your progress. Come on, you guys know what I mean, right? There are times when we start off on the right track, let's say New Year 2025, a whole lot of us choose not to have any plans, no goals, no vision, no. Why? Because we have had experiences where we've reneged on our resolutions, right? And so after a while, we just say, you know what? I'm not going to plan anything. I'm just going to go one day at a time. Big mistake. Because if you have no guidelines, no plans, no destination, no vision, nothing, then we're just going to be aimlessly putting out fires and taking up any and everything that comes our way. Because in order for us to know where we're going, we've got to have plans, right? We can't just take off with no destination in mind. That's a definition of someone planning to fail, right? So today I just thought how important it is for us to protect our progress. 2025, brand new year. Many of us, we've got goals. Maybe we're seeking to lose weight. Maybe we want to find our significant other. That's something that I've been mulling around in my mind, even though, you know, it comes with its own challenges, right? And at this point, for me, where that's concerned, I'm more looking into the concept of scripture saying, He who finds a wife finds a good thing. So, whoever you are, you're going to have to find this girl for the most part. I will position myself, but you'll have to show what it is that you want to do. But that's just me. And I know I'm not the only single person out there, with aspirations to connect with a significant other. So it could be that. Perhaps you want to return to school. Maybe, just maybe, you have a business idea in mind, something you've been mulling over, and you're thinking, this is the year that I want to try it. And I'm telling you, go ahead. Maybe you want to increase your friends. Maybe you want to start going back to church. Whatever it is that you've got in mind, traveling more, who knows? But we have to know that without a plan in place, without protecting the progress that we will be making and can make, we will fall back to our comfort zone. And this is not something that you want. I was thinking on this and, going over to myself. I am sharing with you all how you can progress in life. How, as working class individuals, you can move from point A to point B. But if we do not seek to protect what we're acquiring, these daily incremental changes, if we are not protecting it, we might as well give up the ghost, as they say, right? So we can look at a few things. What are some of the distractors that will take us away from protecting and keeping on the straight and narrow goal of our plans? One that stands out for me is journaling. Have a space where you can every day, every evening, maybe in the morning, remind yourself, look at your notes, use, you know, a board, use a vision board. You need to have a goal of being mindful of your destination, right? So perhaps it's journaling. And you know what? With every other item that I'm going to list, having notes and planning, this should always be there, right? Habakkuk, 2 and 2, I believe, talks about writing our vision and making it plain so that you can understand what's there and not expect that it will happen overnight. But we have to look for the long haul and know that with incremental changes, daily changes, with a plan in place, you will see an outcome. You will see an outcome. So we know journaling because there's a whole lot of surveys and scientific uh, things that's been done, experiments that shows that writing, the pure act of taking it from your head to pen and paper makes all the difference. So look into that because this is important. I'm not purposely giving it a plug, but it's there. My Etsy store, I've got journals, junk journals for you. You want to go on there. And if not, connect with me so you don't have to get it from there, but you can get it from me so it's less. So there's that. You want to know that, when you want to have some reprieve, you want to have some downtime, that you are choosing exactly, purposefully, what it is you're engaging in. So you want to watch your show. You've got a favorite show, The Bridgerton. I don't mind watching that, but I select my time and then I get it out of the way. You need to purposely. Anything that we're investing in and we're not getting a return and it's eating up all of our time, you need to look into that because then we're basically putting money and our time into those people, into those things. And time is something that you're not going to get back. We're not getting back our time. So as I've got with my try paper play art and empowerment, you need to try try paper play. So I've got a stamp that says, uh, now I had it in my head, but the premise of the stamp, it says to waste our time wisely. So you need to, however you spend your time, waste it wisely. It makes all the difference. I'm not saying that you're not to have fun and you can't have fun, but be selective in how you spend your time. Don't come home and just sit and watch TV and veg and flipping all day long, right? Because you're basically putting money into those flipping people's pockets. No pun intended, right? You're putting money into those folks' pocket. And so who's putting into yours when you constantly keep putting into theirs? So you want to watch that. You want to read quality things. So if you like to read the romance novels and all that, it's nice to get away from time to time, but be selective in what you're reading. Read the books that's going to take you places. You've got Napoleon Hill, you've got W. Clement Stone, you've got, all the big wigs out there. Just read their stuff. They're out there. Uh, it said that success leaves a trail. So you want to read and find out about people who's been there and done that. Not everyone likes Oprah, but listen, she's a billionaire, y'all. So read up about her. Watch her past stuff. Take the meat and throw away the bone, or vice versa, whichever. Take what's important to you and leave the rest on the table. Success leaves clues. I learned that from a young man that I had the privilege of dating a long time ago. And some people can leave you good stuff. So, again, take what's important and leave the rest. Success leave clues. I never forget learning that piece of information. Who are you spending your time with? Are you choosing them selectively, knowing that you are a summation of the 5 people that you hang around with? Or you're letting them choose you? Be very careful who you spend your time with. Some people could be such drainers. And so, yes, I'm not saying don't have friends, don't have people that bring joy into your life. You need that because we feed off of each other. The Bible talks about iron sharpening iron. If you're hanging out with people and you're the sharpest tool in the bunch, something is wrong. You need to get around people who, as you're having conversations, you pause and you're like, I'm going to take. Do you mind if I steal that from you? Do you mind if I borrow that from you? Because some people could drop some gems. And so you want to be around individuals where like minds are just meshing with one another. If you're hanging around with people who are draining you and you find that you're distracted from your goals, your dreams, your plans, and then when you look at the time, you're like, geez, now I got to get caught up because I didn't get anything from that conversation. You might have helped them, but who's helping you? Again, I'm not saying that you can't share your time with people who might bring some joy into your life. My mom always says, everybody serves a purpose. So again, be selective, know why you're doing what it is that you're doing. You get an opportunity to choose. So you need to journal, right? You need to know what it is that you're watching. How are you spending your time? Who you're spending your time with? These are so important. And there's so many other things, but time wasters. Put more investment into yourself and things that's going to build you up rather than things that will take away from your goals, your dreams, your plans. Line them up side by side. You need to be also checking and tracking your week. I like, you know, aside from all of that, when Christmas, when coming into the new year or going into my birthday, I like to assess myself and see how far I've come. But beyond that, at the end of every day, how far have we come? At the end of every week, how far? I am not a big Trump family fan, but I must admit, years ago, when Donald Trump was not yet president of the United States and all of that nonsense, I did read some of his books. And I even read his daughter Ivanka Trump's one. Well, I think she's written only one. Nevertheless, I read her first book. And one of the things that I learned is that she, at the end of every week, would go over how she'd progressed, what it is that she had done. And I thought, huh. So listen, that is something that we can do as well. Again, success leaves clues. It is said that a large number of individuals, once they've left school, they've not returned to reading. They've not picked up a book. Interesting and interestingly bad. And it might not seem so shocking to some people, but readers are leaders and leaders are readers. So it is important to read. Read whatever it is your genre of interest, your business of interest. Read some fluff. It's nice to relax at times. But again, if you're looking to go someplace, if you're traveling on vacation doing something, you'd want to find out the weather, the language, the food, and all of those things. And again, it's the same. Wherever it is that you see yourself wanting to be, you need to immerse yourself in that, right? So reading is a great way to get there. Read the journals from the business, that's out there. Wherever it is that you want, whatever you want, read. I remember when my daughter was born, I just wanted her to be an avid reader. And I'd written some small booklets, and one of them was primarily that readers are leaders. I wanted her to read. And so I created a book just taking, all the quotes that dealt with reading, and I compiled them into this little booklet and provided it to anyone who would want them. And I always remember that. Fast forward today, my daughter is 16 and thriving. She has come a long way, and now she's in love with learning. And what a wonderful space to be in. Now, did I have some challenges? Of course, she is a teenager and she had her growing pains. And as we get older, as children get older, we still, worry about them, become concerned about them. But thank God she's come to this place where learning is fun. and she stays up late and gets up early and all of these things. Readers are leaders. So pick up a book. It's not going to hurt you. And you don't have to sit and worry about completing the book. Read a chapter, read a few paragraphs. And the more you find yourself doing so, it will become a habit. Some people believe that anything you do for 7 days, 14 days, 21 days becomes a habit. Just start little incremental changes. Read things that brings you joy, anything that you're interested in. And before you know it, you will be an avid reader and things will start to stick in your head and you'd be having conversations and you'd surprise yourself with, hey, I actually like to read. So start reading, pick up a book. You'll be all right. So I don't know, I like to come on here and just share with you all these little bits of nuggets because it's important. And so right now, all that's important for me is to encourage you to protect what? Your progress, whatever you started. The Bible talks about the fact that, when we start something and revert back to what it is that we used to do, it's like a dog returning to its vomit. And I don't know about you, that's pretty gross, right? But if you started something, you've put in all the work, and then to return to what you used to do, i.e., for myself, this is a little bit, you know, maybe too much information, but sharing is something that comes almost natural to me. And I use my stories not to impress, but to impress upon you points, right, of importance. And so, for example, being an active Christian as much as I can with the grace of God, one of the things that I've sought to do is not to fornicate, to have sex outside of marriage. I've been there, done that, got a daughter, grateful for her. He's blessed me to be able to take my mess and now making it a message. But this is something that's important to me. Not living home with somebody, not fornicating, you know. Um, so that's important. And to meet someone now and to go back to doing that after not doing that for many years, I would have wasted opportunities with wonderful individuals with whom I've chosen not to do that with. So whichever man is to come in front of me and try to get me to do that would be, it's not something that I want to invite, not something that would be beneficial to me. And so, no, I've given up many opportunities of possibly wonderful individuals because of my stance for Christ. So now to turn back would just crazy. So this is what I'm saying. I want you to protect your progress. Wherever you find yourself, 2 steps forward, keep that. Remember that. One of the things that my daughter does is take all of her assignments where she's got her 90s and her 80 something and she places it right on the fridge like the little much smaller children would do, and it motivates her because every time she goes to the fridge, which is quite often if you've got a teenager, she gets to see that. She gets to see all of her high grades, which I'm so grateful. That's what she gets most of the time, practically all the time. And if she doesn't, then I hear about it because it really bugs her that she's not getting the grades that she wants to have. What a wonderful space and a wonderful problem to have, right? So this is what I want for you to protect your progress. Protect your progress in everything that I've said. Please, if you've started doing 1 or 2 things, don't worry about how big the steps are. If it helps, start small. A little bit, little bit, little bit. And yes, you're not going to see big changes one day, day two, day three, a week, a month. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Live your life so that you're making a difference. I love to remember Martin Luther King Jr. He did not get to see all the things that he worked for. And today, many people were living it out. Yes, there's more to come, but we're living in what he started. So get up and continue on. Don't look back like Lot's wife. Keep going. I don't care how small the changes are. Keep going. Tap yourselves on the back every single time that you make a little bit of a dent. Seek people who will continue to motivate you. And as much as it would pain you to do so, you've got to be willing to leave some people behind. You've got to be willing to put in the work, especially if you know that what it is that you want is something that's of the utmost importance to you and nothing else matters. Then you've got to put in the work. Go to bed late, get up early, say no to some friends, and if those are good friends, they'll understand. But sometimes you've got to leave some of those friends behind, especially if they don't understand what you're doing. Yeah, be ready to be deemed the boring person and continue walking forward. One step in front of another will get you to your destination. Have you ever seen individuals who are disabled and they're struggling walking, but guess what? They get to where they need to go, right? Be like the ant, be like the snail, be like the tortoise, and you will be just fine. If something resonates with you, I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful. What's my purpose coming on here? Well, many folds. I'm a motivational speaker. My goal is to motivate seniors in long term care places and spaces and low income earners, whether you work in long term care, which is my baby, my space, 30 plus years of experience. That's what I bring. My goal is to move those individuals, working class individuals, whether you're in long term care, retirement home, working in whatever space you happen to be in, but you just know that you're sick and tired of, listen, we need to be able to make more than the exact $5, $10 that we're getting every day. Your rent is not coming down. You've got groceries, children needing things, you need things. Get up. Get up. You are worthy of more. And each and every one of us, we've lived long enough to accumulate ideas and thoughts. There's something in you, there's a business in you, there's a business idea, there's a plan, there's something. Connect with me, connect with somebody else, get up off of your rump, write yourself, and know that you're worthy of something. Compliment somebody, encourage another person, and when you need the encouragement, just turn on my videos and look at them. I thank you for being in this space. Share this video. Be blessed. And remember, incremental steps. Take care.